Hey YouTube, it's Aisha, your girl Geek XX Chic, and I am here with another reaction, and this one is to, get ready for it, Into the Badlands, Season 2, Episode 1. Guys, I can't even express in words how much I enjoyed Season 1 of this show. It is seriously one of my favorite shows ever made. And while it wasn't a perfect Season 1, mostly my biggest complaints really were more about character development and the overall plot not being quite as, I feel like, tight as it could have been. But the performances were great. But I think the shining jewel of this show, at least it was in the Season 1, was the fact that it is visually one of the most gorgeous, beautifully shot shows I've ever seen. The cinematographers in this show, in my opinion, deserve awards. Like Emmy level, Golden Globe level awards, because it's movie cinema quality cinematography that was in Season 1. And of course, have to give mad props to Daniel Wu, who is one of the executive producers on this show, but also one of the lead stunt choreographers. He just brought some of the most beautiful, not just him, but also the amazing stunt team that he brought with him from China. The choreography of the fight scenes in this show blew me away last season. Literally left me breathless most of the time, and I would rewatch them over and over. And I love to like something a lot to rewatch it several times. And Into the Badlands, it's just a great little gem of a show. I'm super psyched about Season 2. A lot of promises of it being kind of bigger and badder than Season 1 was. They got more money. They shot in Europe this time rather than Atlanta. So a lot of positive changes for the show. And I'm just excited. I mean, I think the main things that we left off with in last season was, of course, Sunny's whole arc for the season was to get out of the Badlands. He'd gotten the woman that he loved. She's pregnant, and the laws, such as they are, is that he cannot have a family. He can't have a child, and he doesn't want to have to give up his family. He does not want his child to have to die, so he needs to get out of the Badlands, or so he thought, in order to have the life that he wanted to have with her. But things went very sideways last season. I'm not going to go through a whole season synopsis. Honestly, if you've not seen Season 1, I really, if you like martial arts, you need to see this show. And I'm just pumped. I'm just seriously so pumped. I've been watching these trailers for the last couple of weeks, and I've been like, is it March 19th? So here we are. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Spring is here. Time for the spring into the Badlands. You see what I did there? You see what I did? Let's get into this, shall we, guys? Boop. 6 months later.
Hell isn't where you go when you die. It's what you become when everything you love has been taken away.
Deep.
Through this and see what's behind.
Ooh,
Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
The visuals.
What you believe.
Oh hell you do not. Oh, Sonny's gonna remember you.
You're only human. After all, don't put the blame on me.
Wow. Where is this?
Put your blame on me.
Sir,
Ew.
this one's defective.
I'd say so. Oh, and it starts. Yeah! You seen this? Oh, damn. Yes!
No one gets out alive.
Challenge accepted. He hit my Sonny in the face. That was not even 5 minutes and it is on like Donkey Kong already. Oh. I missed this show.
Go.
This is beautiful. Bill!
I don't mean to shout, but I need all the rest I can get.
Get your asses moving.
You want a little drop? Yeah, you do. Yeah, go on. It tastes like a dead dog's ass. It keeps the reality at bay.
What's the worst description ever of something you should never drink immediately afterwards? The hell was that?
What was that? Probably just the wind. Don't let them catch you.
He's like, I'm not coming with you, bro. Just don't get caught. Bring that back to me. Wait, dragon and a rhinoceros? This might be important. Sonny's... How'd they get Sonny's compass? Whoa, hello.
Hold my broom, and I'll go find him.
Damn! I think you found her.
You're the master.
Mm-hmm. And it's like,
Have a seat.
check! That's why I love this show.
I've made you some... If you can get past this bird without unleashing your gift, you're free to go.
You're
It's
kidding.
never
right?
that simple. Oh, crap. Well, that didn't go the way you planned. Oh. Take it out again. What the? Oh. Oh no. Oh. Wow. Can MK do that too? Yeah, take it off, Sonny. Oh.
A man with your skills would fetch quite a price around here. Well, it's a good job you're shackled to me, then.
Is it?
You can trust me.
Those are famous last words. Of course there's fight night.
These volunteers?
Okay, it's on.
They're clickers that never made their quota.
Good night.
The widow has given them sanctuary.
Widow's still around. Widow's still
She's been
around.
quiet.
The widow. Ooh, something's about to happen. It's my girl, the widow. She's back. Okay, Tilda just came down on a flag, one-armed, you guys. Damn! Matrix up in here. Why are you stopping? Keep going! Wow, these are dedicated guys. If I saw that video, my comrades fall, I would have been like, take her. Just take her. Death by stiletto.
Do you know what a clipper is? A clipper?
Oh, I really hope Sunny beats you up. Woo! Okay, that visual is awesome with the blood flying in the background. It's well done. Is that my Sunny fail baby? My sail baby?
It's a boy.
The hell? How? How on episode of season 2 of Into the Badlands, which is called Tiger Pushes Mountain. Wow, okay. Where to begin? I guess we'll just go in order of the episode. With Sunny, this is 6 months after what happened in the first season. Sunny is at this mine, the Bordeaux mine, I think it was called, and apparently he's quite a distance from the Badlands, and he's basically been sold into slavery. And from what this guy, you'd call him, I guess, the mine master, he basically said that there's no way out of this place. You never earn your way out. You basically work there till you die. I love how this show, 5 minutes in, we have Sunny just kicking it off with, oh, FYI, I'm a complete and utter badass, just in case you didn't know. Wow, like, it was a great fight scene as usual. I'm gonna have to watch it again because I know I missed stuff. It was like, it's just so good. It's so good. Sunny tries to escape. Obviously, not gonna happen, you know, for if no other reason, plot point. We need to have Sunny kind of go through a little bit of his hardships. Obviously, I think or at least, maybe not most, I hope not most, but at least the first half of this season is likely going to be Sunny getting back into the Badlands, which actually ties into the name of the show for the first time. Seeing him, I mean, I feel sort of bad in the sense of it shows the naivety that Sunny still has. I mean, Sunny is by no means a weakling. He's not stupid either. However, his whole life has been in the scope of the Badlands. From the second he can remember, from when he was found last season, they said they found him when he was around 10 or 11 years old, that he was with some people that were all dead, and they had no memory of no memory of his life prior to that time. So he was brought to Baron Quinn's estate, and from that point on, his life became as a clipper and / regent. So Sunny's never really known life, at least to his knowledge. He's never had any life outside of the Badlands and his life as a clipper. And because he was such a good clipper and such a decorated clipper, he's lived the good life his whole life, really. Anything he wanted, he basically had. Anywhere he wanted to go within the Badlands, of course, he could go. Like, he had no real restrictions. He always slept well, ate well, dressed well because of who he was. So this is his first real experience of the world that exists outside the Badlands, which he didn't even know existed until last season. And unfortunately, he's seeing here that naivety about the world turned around and bit him in the butt where Badgie was concerned. Obviously, Badgie's been around. Like, he's been in the Badlands, he's been around the Badlands. He knows a lot more about the world at large than Sunny does, and he took advantage of Sunny. Unfortunately, Sunny, I knew for the second Sunny started telling, asking him for a map and asking about all these different things. Like, Sunny, you don't know this guy. You can't trust him with your escape plans. But what's more, you can't tell him, hey, I'm planning on busting out of here and I'm not taking anyone with me. Like, that never goes well. You can't let someone know you're about to bust out and then tell him, oh, by the way, you have to stay here. Of course that's not gonna work, and if Sunny's whole world has been him being surrounded by people who are terrified of him because of who he was and because of the status that he used to hold. He's starting to slowly realize, I'm sure at this point, it doesn't matter here. And they don't care. Like, they didn't even know what a clipper was in this area until Badgie told them. They don't know, they don't care. He doesn't have that clout anymore, and it's gonna have to get beaten through Sunny's head that he's not gonna be able to walk around the way he once did as a clipper. But that was a really interesting story. Obviously, I don't think it's the end of Badgie. I think in the end, Sunny is going to end up having to use him because he doesn't know how to navigate the Badlands. That is the sad reality. It's a foreign world to him, foreign concept, and he's going to need all the help he can get, and that's what Badgie will be good for. As far as what's happening in the Badlands, there is, of course, the whole thing with Ryder, who is assumed 3 territories now. Like, homie couldn't even get his father's attention, and now suddenly he's going to be, like, running 3 major territories. I think we all knew that wasn't going to last very long. But it'll be interesting to see where Ryder thinks this whole journey is going to take him, since he took these things forcibly and not honestly. The 2 people who could have said to anybody, actually, no, he didn't kill his father, and he didn't do all these things, they're dead, right? I'm assuming that Zephyr is dead, we know that Jacoby's dead, and now we know that Quinn isn't dead, but Quinn obviously knows what went down. but he's been keeping his head down, which is a very interesting concept, and I guess we'll learn more about why he's been keeping himself a secret this long. I'm very interested. And why he's not dead. He was supposed to have terminal cancer. What the heck happened? Inquiring minds want to know. As for the widow, definitely want to know what her plans are. I want to know why she's kept, I guess she was healing. She was pretty wounded the last time we saw her. I'm just curious as to why she's waited so long to make a move against Ryder and what her plan is. Is her plan the same as it was in season 1 to try to take over all the territories and then abolish the barondom? But does she have a plan in place of what's going to go up instead of that? We had her having that little introspective moment with Tilda where she was like, I'm a great fighter, but now I need to be a leader and I'm not sure if I know how to do that. So I think that might be her story arc so far for this season, is figuring out how she's going to lead this new world and what's going to be the best way to lead it when she's only ever really fought to get to where she is. And finally, MK, he's something else. I mean, it's I was very cool to see this whole like monastery, I guess, that he's at right now. And I love that the master of this monastery is a woman of color. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much, Badlands. You've been just representing from beginning to end as far as having diversity in your cast, and I'm so glad you're continuing to do that and giving this role of a master of martial arts be a woman, and a woman of color. That's such a change on the paradigm of what we normally see in these types of shows and movies, so thank you so much for doing that. That actress looks amazing so far, and I'm very interested to see what not only she's going to teach MK, but what we're going to learn about what these people, I mean, I didn't expect there to be so many people like MK. So where do they come from? How did they come to be? Like, I'm hoping we'll get those answers, and I really hope we're going to get some of in season 1, now in season 2. So it was just a great kickoff to the season. I am so thrilled. I really feel like Into the Badlands learned a lot of lessons last season about the plot points and the character development that I mentioned. For the next few episodes, however many there may be, I'm really hoping we're going to keep going in this wonderful upward trend that I'm seeing so far. This was great. I had so much fun. What about you guys? Did you like this episode? Was there anything that you were kind of like, I could have done without it? Are you excited to see what's going to be next for Sunny and MK and everyone involved? Are there any new characters that you're hoping to see? Do you like Badgie? Do you trust that guy? Do you think this is all part of a big plan? Let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to read them. If you like this video, go ahead and click like, guys. And if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. And I'm going to learn to talk in the meantime. Until next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.